This is super risky. Goedemorgen, meine Damen and heren. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So today's my last full day in Amsterdam. Before I left the house this morning, there's one thing that I wanted to show you, and that is that the apartment is like underground partially. So here's what the entrance of the apartment looks like, and if you go up the steps, you can see out the door, and well, bam, there's street level. There are like workmen outside the apartment's setting up scaffolding or something, and like I bet you could hear them like slamming stuff around. These windows mean that anybody walking by can just like look in and see whatever they want, which is kind of weird. But it's not unique to this apartment. Like, oh, I don't know if you can see across the street, but like everybody's windows are open. Once you get past the weird fact that people can just like look in and see whatever you're doing, it's actually kind of cool to be able to see into other people's places. As I walk past in the evening, all these places are lit up and you can kind of see like how people live and what their houses look like. It's kind of cool. There was actually a house that I walked past a couple days ago, and I saw the people, I saw the house, and I looked in and I thought like, oh, I want to be your friend. Okay, that's all I got for the morning ramble. I'm gonna head out into the city now. Let's go. Look, it's Olympic Stadium. How cool is that? This is actually interesting to me that like they actually have the rings on the stadium. In my experience, that's actually kind of like rare. Okay, so let's take a little tour. Okay, so you have to like pardon the noise because there's some like construction project going on here. Okay, so this stuff you just saw, that's I guess the entrance to the stadium, but it has the Olympic motto Citius Altius Fortius, or faster, higher, stronger. Man, I bet they regret that arm pose a couple years after this was built. Okay, so here is the top of the Olympic torch. The Amsterdam Olympics were actually the first ones that had a torch and a flame. So you're seeing the very first. And they have the rings up there. There's like an open door that I think these people went through. But I don't know if I'm allowed to do the same thing. Now I'm walking. Just trying to do the full loop around the stadium to see if there's like an entrance, if there's some kind of a exhibit or something that I can go to. Sometimes these have like museums. Okay, seeing this sign reminded me that when I looked up the Olympic Stadium on TripAdvisor, about 90% of the posts were about how great the parking is. I think they have like a park and ride here that makes it super easy to get into the city. Okay, so as I'm walking around the stadium, I see a bunch of like businesses, like Under Armour. I just walked past like Discovery Channel. I don't understand. This makes it seem like this is used as like an office building or something. Of course the stadium was right next to a canal, or this wouldn't be Amsterdam. So I just looked this up on the map, and indeed it is Stadion Gracht. So it's actually the like stadium canal. Offices for me, this is more evidence I think that this is used as some kind of an office building. But look at how awesome this like welcome mat is in front of the door. Look, it's little like track lanes. Okay, and back to where I started. I couldn't find any entrance to the stadium or any kind of like museum or other exhibit, so I think I'm gonna give up on the stadium and then see if there's anything else going on in buildings around here. Yeah, I think that this might just be like a sport district because there's a ton of fields and stuff around here, but I don't see a ton of like Olympic sized stuff. Yeah. But look, this track has like a moat on the outside. I don't know if in 1928 they needed to protect against like invaders at the Olympics. This may not be very Olympic-y, but look, it's like a little public book exchange just out in the open. Like you can like open it and get out books and stuff. That's kind of a cool idea. There's a lot of pedestrians and cyclists around, and it's making me super self-conscious. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it on the Olympic Park here. I saw a couple of other things on the map, like a velodrome that I could go to, but honestly I'm sick of walking and it's like freezing out. Hi again. I'm back home at the apartment. Do you miss the bathtub already? I thought I'd try out this spot. It's still in the bedroom, but when I sat down, I realized like the lighting is like ridiculously better in this spot. Okay, so when I left the Olympic Park, I went up to the Albert Kuipmarkt, which is a famous outdoor market in the city. It's just kind of like a pedestrian street with vendors on either side, and they're selling a whole bunch of stuff. There was clothes and spices and meat, food, nuts, I don't know. The main bullet point for me when going to the market was that I came across a stand that was selling poffertjes, which are like little pancakes that are made in molds. I don't know if it's just a street food or like what its deal is, but they're delicious. They're served with like a ton of powdered sugar on top. Now that I think about it, they taste almost exactly like American pancakes, but that's delicious. Why not eat those? Then I walked around a couple of shopping streets. While I was shopping, the weather turned and it started to get rainy again, and it was like way worse than yesterday's rain. So I'm glad that I had bought that second umbrella. And I didn't manage to destroy this one, and I didn't slice my hand open. So let's just call this day a success. That was about it for day 4. I thought I'd give like a summary of my overall feeling of Amsterdam or the Netherlands. This place is awesome. I have been here a couple times before for like really short trips, and I kind of wanted to come back and get to know the place a little bit deeper. And in my time here, it was 4 full days plus a little bit of like evening and morning on travel days. There's a bunch of stuff to do, and I didn't get around to doing all of it, so I'll have to come back. And despite the weather, the city has like a really good feel to it. I think it's easy to get around. The public transit's great. Everyone speaks English here. And I know people say that about a lot of destinations. Like people told me that about Spain, that everyone's gonna speak English. That's horseshit, and you and I know it. No one spoke, especially Valencia, no one spoke English. That was just a giant mess. Barcelona, people spoke a little bit more, but here in the Netherlands, it's not just like a cashier at a grocery store can read a price to you. People can carry on like full conversations. Like it's really impressive. I think even more so than in like Germany or Scandinavia, other places that are kind of known to have really good English speakers, this place is tops. I don't actually feel bad not being able to speak Dutch. Although I do know a little bit, and I was able to say like, I can do greetings and I can do thank you, and I can read like a good amount. So signs that weren't translated in English, a lot of the times I was able to like read the original Dutch and figure out what's going on. It's another reason why I like the place so much, is I think it's kind of fun to like crack the code on a different language. Amsterdam is a place that I would definitely recommend people go to, and if you wanted to bring me along when you come here, I'd be happy to help. You know I love a good vacation hijacking. I'm just tossing that out there. That's all I got from Amsterdam. Tomorrow I'm headed back to London and then to Oxford. I've got a bunch of ideas of stuff that I want to do in the rest of my trip because I have about a month left. I haven't booked anything because I'm a mess at planning at the moment. But I'm hoping to pull stuff together here at the last minute, and when I do, I'll see you on the next leg of the adventure.